All right, Likutei, Halacha, Silcha Bichas Hashachar, Halacha, Hey. So we are holding in the middle of Siman Tzadik Beis, 92. So we said that Bilam, Bilam receives from Chachmei Ador, from the Rabbanim, they have the Elohim that are the elders of a generation that don't have perfection. That from them, from their imperfection, the Chachmei Ateva, this is what they suck, this is what they feed. It says, because after Matan Torah, immediately they met the Egel. This is the source of all the trouble. It says, B'yom Pokdi, and the day that I will punish, there will always be a punishment from the Chet HaEgel. The Chol Masa Egel, the entire Masa Egel was through Chachmei Erev Rav. They were the sages of the Erev Rav. And the chief among them was Yonus and Yombrus, the children of Bilam HaRasha, as Chazal said. And from them comes all the vile opinions of all the Cholkim HaMoshe. This is Kasam Meraglim, this is the group of the spies, and Adas Koirach, and all the Nisyonis of all those, the complainers. Everything was through the Deus and the Eitzas Ros of Chachmei Erev Rav. They went to Doki Chachmei Bnei Kedem. They went after, they followed Chachmei Bnei Kedem. That the main progenitor of them was Bilam, Shubchinas HaMolek. At the very end, they were very close to coming to Eretz Yisrael. They already demolished extremely strong klippos, extremely strong adversaries. Shem Sichot ve'oig, the Sichot and Oig, the Bnei Nephilim, the children of giants. Shem Chazai ve'Azal, Shem En Kibel Bila v'chulei. The two angels that fell to the ground, they brought down all the chokhmas, all the kishuv and everything else. They were mekatrig on people. They were mekatrig on people that they said, look at the people. They said whatever it is. Kodesh Baruch Hu said, yeah, let's see you when you go down there. Let's see what you'll do. And he brought them down. And this is in the time of Noach. They came there. They're malachim. They're gods, so to speak. They took whatever, they look at the women, they look at the women, they took any woman they wanted, married, not married, whatever it is. And they gave birth to Bnei Anak, Bnei Nephilim, the Nephilim called those that fell, those that and it's himself, the Tzaddik Baruch Hu chained them to Har HaChoshech, to the mountains of darkness, and their name was Shem Chazai and Azael. They were these two, and Bilam, and they're malachim, so malachim, they know all the chokhmas and everything else. And Bilam was their student. He learned from them. Shirek about Bilam, this bad day, as Chazal said, Moshe Rabbeinu, that was so strong with those kochas, he killed them. He was machni, demolished them, and still they didn't want to mevatel their bad day. And to mevatel themselves keneged das Moshe Rabbeinu until they brought Bilam HaRasha be'atzmoi. They brought Bilam. They brought their master, their Rebbe. They brought Bilam HaRasha. Ve'rotzo b'fiv atomei lasos masha b'dayet chas v'sholom haya. And he said, and he wanted with his defiled mouth to do whatever it is that he had in his mind. At shechas v'sholom Hashem yirachem, he would have eradicated all the Jews. It's Rav Gerashtiv. He says, I will just eradicate him. As Rashi said. And the Ache Be'emes, in truth, was a Es Tzorah Gdola L'Yaakov. It was a big, very dangerous time. Hashem Shayalno V'kem et Piv. If it wasn't HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he understood by us and twisted his mouth, from Klor to Bracha, but still didn't leave his riches. Still didn't, mevatel his daya. And he incited them to machshalam in his nus, in Satzvitz Gos, until he was machshalam in Avodah Zarah. And through this news, Am Yisrael fell in the sin of the filthiest Avodah Zarah that there is. This is Avon Pa'or. And Kikitay v'zos ifshar levatel min ha'olam asher lo yechav ha'olam. It's because the union of znus, you cannot mevatel this taiva, because if you mevatel this taiva, the world cannot exist anymore. When Chazal said that when the nevuah was, this is what he said before, when the nevuah was eradicated, Chazal got a koy. Chazal came to Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Sanhedrin said to Kadosh Baruch Hu and said, listen, this, I'm sorry. There's no nevuah anymore. The Yetzer Hara of Avodah Zarah was immense. People don't understand today what is the Yetzer Hara of Avodah Zarah. They said that one of the Tanoim didn't know. Was speaking against Menashe. He killed 1,000 people a day. Was schlepping his own statue of Avodah Zarah from one end of Yerushalayim every day to the Beis Hamikdash and back. 1,000 people a day died, like for 30 years. It's like unbelievable what and so he was speaking against Menashe. And he had a kasha of the bread, which side, where do you cut the bread? So at night, Menashe HaMelech came to him in a dream and told him, you cut the bread from the first place where it's baked, where it's the most ready. This is where you cut. So he said, if you know these halachot, how come he didn't? So he said, when we had in our time, we had the Yetzer Hara of the Zara. He says at least what we did was to drop our clothes down, so it would be difficult to run quickly to the Avodah Zarah. So we had to take funny steps. He says if you would have lived in our time, you would have lifted your dress to run to the Avodah Zarah. Such a taiva, we can understand this. So I got a special permission, Rishus. So while they were already doing it, they said, let's get rid of the Yetzer Hara of Znus also, 2 birds in 1 stone. They did it. Next day, nothing gave birth. There were no eggs. The animals didn't finished. So they had to bring them back. So he says, it's impossible to so the world would not be destroyed. As Chazal said. With such a dangerous time, kimat ofes tikva. Like there was no hope left anymore. Ach Godel Adonai v'Rav Koyach, shekimas the Mashiach Pinchas. Pinchas was the Mashiach. He was the savior then. Shekine kinas Hashem tzvakas. He was the Mekan and the kin of Hashem. Even though he did not, purify himself from the blemishes. It said, is it not enough for us, the sin of Pe'er, that we have not cleansed ourselves from it yet? And every generation, this bechina of the filth of Bilam raises up again. It used to be television. Now it's the internet and everything else. It wants to bring Chas V'Shalom Klipas Oven Pe'er. It wants to bring down the Klipa of Pe'er, which is Tachlis Azur, that's the essence of filth. So this is an Ika Zumas Avodah Zarah Ki Tzoya Bli Mokom. It's called a vomit and feces. It fills all the place. From there is the Anika of all the bad animals and the brazenness of the serpent, which is Chachmei HaTeva. These are those. Those that follow, that believe in the sciences. There's a difference between, being a scientist and believing in scientism, not Scientology. Scientism. Scientism is that you believe that science gives you all the answers. That's the Mashiach. That's the one who makes the miracles. So you believe in it and you follow it. That means that you are sensible, that you're straight, that you're logical. It's a religion. This is Chachmei HaTeva. This is Chayes Rosh. This is the thing that is this is Ki Tzoya Bli Mokom. After Churban, they spread more through the Romans. They destroyed the Beis Hamikdash through that. To be continued tomorrow.